and I wanted to show you all something that I really think is quite cool. Heard of the Pikesaber combat from Star Wars? This is something I want to show you.
Let's see if I've got zero in. Well, it's something I made. It's very stiff material, very hard, and it's all like it's aluminum conduit, very, very old. But it was quite good for this kind of thing. See, I planned I actually got this at either Home Depot or I got it at Lowe's. I'm not really sure. I just don't remember. But when you think about it, this has the best balance for anything like that. You know, if you develop your muscles just good enough, like I have right here, and some muscles here, you have to really be able to have good muscle there. This one is much easier to use, much more stiffer. But, you know, like all of this down here, it's very mushy. I have to start doing arm tightening exercises for that. But look at that, how easy that is to do. Move around. You could use it without the saber blade activated, or you could just use it with the blade in it and act as a short spear. This is the kind of short spear with the longer blade, like that, which I've seen a lot of Ronin use in ancient samurai days. Well, not just ancient, but even the times when like after the Tokugawa shogunate took over. That's a whole nother story. Now, the Jedi would rather not teach their younglings how to use this thing, the Pikesaber, because the saber blade required a lot of aggression. Yeah, and that's something that the Jedi would not allow. They would not allow aggression. Because the number one thing is aggression. They thought it had caused a lot of younglings and Padawan learners to turn to the dark side. What they failed to realize was that there was something deeper in spirit. And this might have caused them to fail, I don't know. No one really knows, but this also made them blind to evil. So, unless you train yourself to be somewhere in the middle, like in real life, this is not just for science. This is spirit. Now, if we don't keep ourselves in the center, if we do not keep ourselves in the center, like our bodies for science, you know, for scientific type purpose. Now, our bodies require the right amount of something, not too much, not too little. Like, say for instance, white blood cells. Now, too much white blood cells can create too much. Can be created by. They can become sticky to the inside of the vein walls, right near the arteries. And then if too much cholesterol has been built up into that, by some reason they will become like sticking to insides, and that will ultimately, eventually later in life, destroy the heart very painfully. Oh my gosh, you talk about very painful for heart attacks. Heart attacks are terrible. They killed lots of people before. Heart attacks, heart disease. Oh man. That's what it all starts with bad cholesterol problems. Very bad cholesterol problems, good or bad cholesterol. Oh man. It always has to be somewhere in the center for each organ. Even the liver enzymes have to be the right level, not too much or too small. Can't be elevated, can't be lowered way too much. Everything has to be in balance. So if we don't have everything in balance within our bodies, we're not going to have a clean bill of health. That's very sad, but it's true. So it's not just that way for our bodies, it's that way for spirit. Now we as Christians, we have to realize this. If this is truth, God made it this way. Now, we're going to have to realize that good and evil exists while we're Christians. We have to realize what evil looks like and what evil can do. Sometimes we won't be able to see evil coming towards us or even sense it, but God gives us that. I actually wanted to share this with you. I've actually prayed for this type of thing, this type of knowledge, to be able to see the difference between good and evil and avoid evil that way. I mean, a lot of people have taken offense to it, and that's sad. And they have taken offense to it. I mean, either they didn't agree with the way of it and they got angry, or they were working among evil also. I don't know. I just had to distance myself from those people, or it would become pretty bad. This happened IRL, real life. That's one thing you got to realize. Now, this isn't Taoism. This is Christianity. Now, you can't just be on one side of the good and one side of the bad. You have to be somewhere in the center to be a true Christian and see the difference between good and evil. Yes, evil is not your ally if you're Christian. Good is your true ally, but you've got to be able to be in the center. Like everything, for the proper balance. And this is the gray side. The gray side is not aliens. This isn't aliens, that's all fantasy. This is humanity. Humanity here. That's what I'm talking here. So, I might go back sometime later, and maybe this Saturday. My dad might have to get something like an air conditioner for someone. I don't know who. He hasn't said who yet. But I'll be at Lowe's, or actually Home Depot, he said. So in that case, I'll be looking for some more stuff. Maybe something like this, try to price it. I'll probably look for that since I've got the money. And I'll probably be looking into something called a cipher. Now, a cipher is something that's from that game, Strider. I love the Strider game. I'll explain that later, pretty soon. It's going to have to take some time. It will have to take some time here to get it correct. Get it all correct. All the weapons that I'm making that are for practice only have no sharp edges. And so, soon. This is Concar the Badger signing off. Have a good day, people.